Welcome to an actual outdoor fire live stream. Let's see how this goes. Looks like it's going pretty good. Might not be too chatty until someone arrives, if they arrive at all, as I'm trying to defeat the wet wood situation and make sure this keeps going. I am on battery now, but it's 100%, so I should have time before I gotta plug it in. Should probably, I checked the battery, it's already 88, so I should probably think about plugging it in sooner than later. See about plugging it in. Might have to rename this if I don't talk much. Hope Hopefully we're plugged in. It's down to 82. If it goes up to 83, it means we're plugged in, and if it goes down, it means we're not. Sometimes the connections can be finicky. Yeah, might have to rename this if I don't talk much, but that's fine. Beth may show up later. We've got quite a bit of wet wood. I don't know if you can, probably can't hear the hissing, I wouldn't think, but got some hissing from the wet wood. It's supposed to get more windy later, so might not be the longest fire in the world, but we shall take it as it comes. We do have Austin. He says, hey there, welcome Austin. This is an actual outdoor fireside chat. I was just about 12 minutes in, just waiting for someone to show up. I was being mostly quiet. Beth may join later on, but weather was, or is, good enough to do an outdoor fire live stream, so why not go for it? Austin was watching some old Godzilla movies today. That's pretty cool. Which ones, if you'd like to share? Yeah, I'd say fire's going. Got some water here to drink. Yeah, this is going pretty good. Just have to remember not to trip over the power cord. Potentially 2 viewers. Welcome everyone. Austin was watching some old Godzilla movies today. I asked if he'd like to share, and he's welcome to share if he'd like to what the titles were. See if they're ones I like or they're the ones I dislike. He watched some from the Showa era. Destroy All Monsters, Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla, King Kong vs. Godzilla, stuff like that. Well, that's cool. Those ones are definitely fun. It is interesting how the Godzilla started more serious. The second movie was relatively serious, and then after that they just went bonkers. But hey, what the hell? Do you have the Criterion versions of those? Beth gifted me the Criterion Godzilla collection years ago, which started our watching every Japanese Godzilla movie marathon that ended just in time for us to go see -1. Austin watched Mothra versus Godzilla the other night, and Invasion of the Astro Monster last night. Sounds like he's got a, what's it called? Marathon going. One quick sec, I'm going to make sure the battery's charging. Lucky us, it does appear the battery is charging. Austin just watched them on Tubi. He doesn't want to get that. Oh, he does want to get the Criterion set. Yeah, obviously, I'm sure you know this. Wait until July or November. Austin says we need a Blu-ray set for 80s, 90s, 2000s era as well. I know, I'd love if they did like the 80s and 90s. I love the first Godzilla movie I ever saw, because it was brand new when I saw it, was Godzilla 1985. That's what it's called in America. I think, is it called Return of Godzilla? But that's the first one I ever saw because it was the newest one at the time. I loved that, and I loved the music. And then it's one of my favorite ones, and then one of my favorite ones that came right after, Biollante. Oh. I mean, I've got those two on Blu-rays, so I guess if they never do come out with a Criterion set of those 80s and 90s ones, it's okay. Austin's got Godzilla 84/Return of Godzilla on Blu-ray. Yeah, you probably got the same one I do. Let me see if I can very gently move this back without effing up the battery thing. One quick sec. I may have effed up the battery thing. Let me just try to disconnect it and reconnect it. Just don't want it too close to the fire for obvious reasons. Austin's gonna watch Biollante on Internet Archive later on, only place he could find it for free. Quality is very good as well. Okay, yeah, Biollante, that might be my favorite Godzilla movie. I love that one. Austin says Biollante is hard to get for some reason. Yeah, I'm assuming you mean on Blu-ray. Yeah, it was on this cheap ass Blu-ray company I can't remember. It's the other one, not Mill Creek, but the other one, Echo Bridge. And I got it luckily, and now it's out of print and people are paying crazy amounts for it. Austin says, any hopes on Godzilla or for Godzilla X Kong? Is that like versus? What does X mean? Against? You know, I liked the Godzilla versus Kong actually more than I thought I would. But this next one looks kind of goofy, so not exactly sure. But I actually did more or less like the Godzilla versus Kong or whatever it's called. Surprisingly. One quick sec. Okay, we got to get this charging situation figured out. Of course, when I moved the camera, the charging cable thing got screwed up. So I got to make sure that gets connected so we don't just die prematurely. These are some pieces from last time that didn't get burned up. Hopefully you guys can hear the owl, which is really awesome. I just have to keep dipping out to check the battery charging status. Okay, so on the screen the image is froze. I can only assume it's frozen for the viewers as well. It's just I keep having to back out to see if, you know, the phone's charging. Austin is watching movie theater fights. Can you tell me if the video's working or if it's froze? Because on my screen it's froze. Oh. Oh man, I don't know if I can get it back in this particular. I don't know if I can get it back. See, I've been dipping out to check the charge status. Here, let me try something. Oh wow, that's crazy. I tried to flip the camera around and it just flips the still image. I might have to stop and start again. That's a bummer. Oh. Okay. I think it's going again. It did actually. Okay, thanks, Austin. He says, no, it's back on. Yeah, it flipped around to me. The thing is, I gotta, I don't know if the phone's charging. Yeah, Austin says sometimes the cameras go black when you move them. Well, I've been I keep dipping out of the stream to check the battery, see if it's charging or not. And then when you go back in, it's got to resume. And I imagine it's kind of taxing on the phone. Austin says, didn't have those problems with analog cameras, that's for sure. But to, digital era's credit, you couldn't live stream on an analog camera either. But that's true. There are things to be said for analog things as well. Can you hear the owl, Austin? I hope so. It looks like we got someone else as well, just a silent observer. Ah, shit, he can't hear the owl. That's a bummer. That's okay. It's pretty close, too. Oh, well. Trust me, it's there. Austin says his fan is on, so it's a little hard to hear it. Austin can kind of hear it. Okay, good. Austin says, looks like a Friday the 13th campfire. Yeah, part 2. I don't want to scare anyone, but I'm going to give it to you straight about Jason. If only Sandra was here, man. Don't tell Beth I said that. I mean, as she appeared in the movie. Well, she'd have to be, never mind. I guess she'd have to be 18. She'd have to be 18. As she appeared in the movie, but 18. If you look on the Friday the 13th franchise.com, I guess there's some, I don't know if it happened yet or if it's in later this month or in April, but I guess there's some convention where there's going to be a bunch of alumni from Friday the 13th Part 9, cast meet and greet. Like, who the hell wants to meet them? Okay, I gotta go out and see what the battery charging situation is. Okay, we might have some connection issues. I just had this thing that said disconnected, but now the thing is the numbers are clicking by again. So Austin, can you see and hear the video? Ideally, I don't want to like start a new one, so we're gonna do our best to just stay on this single video. I prefer it rather than having part 1 and part 2. If you can sound off, Austin, and let me know if you can see and hear the video, that'd be great. But the clock is ticking, so hopefully we're good. Legend has it. Okay, thanks, Austin. I don't know why I can't remember more of that part 2 campfire dialogue. Well, thanks, Austin, and whoever else is watching for showing up. We'll go as long as is convenient. It might get a little windy, more windy later on, which is goofy as the cold front blows in. So dry conditions, fire and wind don't go together so well. But for now, we're doing pretty good. See if I can, oh. Austin says, legend has it Paramount might not put out any more Friday the 13th 4Ks. Part 1's revisionisms were far too spooky for the masses. Well, how many more are there? I mean, I'm assuming all of the fade to whites are black, but is there any other revisionisms? I mean, I don't know who the hell, what Friday the 13th fan would even want any more 4Ks if they're going to do that kind of stuff to them. I'm just glad, it's on a bunch of Blu-ray releases. That should do me just fine for the rest of my existence. Oh, I gotta go back out and check the charge situation. I might have to get another extension cord. Austin says maybe not revisions, but the transfer was apparently too dark. Well, I don't get it. If the Blu-ray looked fine. Austin says if all we get are just Blu-rays and the Scream Factory box set for the rest of them, then he would be fine with that. It already feels complete on home video. Exactly. I don't need anything more than what we got. One quick sec. Okay, hopefully we're back. Austin says he's even got the old Blu-rays as well and the old DVDs. He doesn't have any VHS tapes anymore though. Yeah, I know. With everything we've got, DVDs and Blu-rays, I mean, we should be good with the Friday the 13th movies. So that's kind of my thoughts. So hopefully we're back. Counter's ticking by and hopefully we're charging. I just wish the battery frickin' thing could just be visible on this screen so I don't have to keep backing out. To make sure we're charging. I've been thinking about getting a original theatrical poster of The Forest, and there was a whole bunch of them on eBay. There was $100 one, and I was toying with it. I just looked today, and it's gone. What does Austin think is too much to spend for a poster? It's just, I don't know if I can spend $100 for a poster that just might rip, and then I'll go, oh fuck. I've been thinking getting one of them cheapy like little tins. You know, people just put posters on them metal tins for under 20 bucks. I was thinking of getting something like that instead, because who's got $100 to spend on a poster? But I really love the Forest poster. So, what's Austin's thoughts on how much is too much to spend on a poster? Probably, I can't remember what I got like back in the early 2000 whatever, 11, 12, 13, when I was getting Friday the 13th posters, and I got the Burning and Terror Train and Slumber Party Massacre. I don't think I paid that much. Oh wow, Austin doesn't go over 30 for a poster. Yeah, that makes sense. I don't think I paid too much for those back when I got them. Trouble is, I just love the Forest poster, but I don't think I can. Well, the $100 one's gone anyway. I think all that's left is a $200 one, which I don't love the poster that much, but I'm thinking about that little tin. It's just a really small tin sign of the poster. Oh no, Austin, these ones were, well, they looked like the original theatrical posters. Yeah, I was thinking about that too, just getting a frickin' reprint to see how that looks. Trouble is, you don't know how good that is until it shows up. That's okay. Life goes on. I'm just glad when, what the hell's the name of the company? Kino Lorber, I always mispronounce that last part. I'm glad they reissued The Forest on Blu-ray, and they got that beautiful slip cover with that beautiful poster. I love the poster. Austin's speaking about originals as well. It really depends on what it is. Exactly. Yeah, I think I've got too much common sense to spend $100 or more on a frickin' poster. That's why I haven't. Austin's, apparently he saw The Forest. I think it's on Tubi, ain't it? What did you think of The Forest? It's a guilty pleasure of mine. I'm just so glad that Kino reissued the Blu-ray. Austin says The Forest was strange. Good. I mean, that's one of the reasons it's so great. Guy just live out in the woods, talking to his dead kid ghosts. Austin says it was better than The Prey. I was just thinking about The Prey the other day, or maybe even today, just how goofy that is. Yeah, that's like a nothing happens in it movie. Ugh, got potential, but I mean, The Prey. Yeah, pretty much everything's better than The Prey. Let me just see the charging situation. This is such a drag. Okay, I think we're good on the charging for now. Austin says The Final Terror is an interesting early Andrew Davis film. Yeah, I think I've reviewed that on the channel, and I've got the Blu-ray. Yeah, that's one that is really more or less kind of cool. I mean, I like aspects about it, and I don't like aspects about it. Austin says that movie is a weird mix of survival film disguised as a slasher. Yeah, that's true. It's cool seeing like Rachel Ward and Daryl Hannah so young in that. Yeah, you know, one thing I love about Final Terror is just the ambiance in the woods, but you know, yeah. Luckily, it's not that terribly long. Austin says very early Daryl Hannah too. You got that right. Austin says it came out in 83 but shot in 80 or 81. Yeah, some movies take a while. They can't find the old distributor. The fifth wind blew. Damn it, I wish I knew all them lyrics. The madman, he hid amongst the trees, dragged off their body. Full moon witnessed as one by one they trespassed his ground and chose to take chances, dragged into the black, the rose in the ground, dragged into the night, their bodies never found. Yeah, the pictures froze, so I'm assuming you just got black, but the thing got fixed earlier, so I'm assuming it'll just fix itself. I just keep backing out to make sure the battery's charging, and this sometimes happens as a result. Hopefully the image will be back. All right, yeah, bear with us if there's no image. Hopefully it fixed earlier, so hopefully it'll fix again. It's just a frozen image on my screen. Hopefully it'll come back. I'm assuming you can hear me, but because the image is froze on my screen, it's probably black to you. So with any luck, it'll fix and you'll be able to see it again. Okay, yeah, Austin says you can hear it. Yep, well, it fixed earlier, so I'm hoping it'll fix again. Yep, Austin says it's black again. Yeah, thanks for the update. I just have a frozen image of the fire on my screen. I flipped it around again. That's how it seemed to fix last time. I don't know if that mattered, if it just fixed regardless. Yeah, waiting for it to fix. Yes, sir. Technical difficulties. I think it fixed earlier before. Adding wood to the fire you can't see. I'm amazed that we're still got 2 viewers, or I guess they kind of turned into listeners. Oh no. Yeah. Austin says Oppenheimer won most of the Oscars. Yeah, don't get me started. Not sure if you saw my review of the movie. Well, I hope this gets cleared up. If not, I guess if worse come to worse, I guess I'll just start a part 2. Austin hasn't watched the review yet. He hasn't seen the movie. Okay. Well, I could say something, but worst come to worst, I'll just start a part 2, I guess, if this never unfreezes. It's frozen for me and black for Austin. Did see Killers of the Flower Moon. Well, how was that? Seems really long. Yeah, if this doesn't fix, Austin says it was great, but way too long. Yeah, I don't understand why it's so fricking long. Yeah, I'll probably see it if it ends up somewhere where I can stream it. If it ends up on Prime, Austin says it's very heavy. Radical, man. Well, that's a bummer you guys can't see this very nice fire. I'm just hoping since it fixed earlier that it'll fix again. Looks like we're back in business. Austin, thank you. He says it's on now. Yep. I gotta figure out a charging cable solution for the future, because it's just like, it seems like it's charging at one point and then later on it's not charging, and going back and to look at the status screws up the thing, so it's like, can't win. Austin can't believe Barbie got a Best Picture nomination. Oh, I wasn't aware of that. Jesus criminy. Yeah, well, I don't know if you know Austin, but I don't care at all about the Oscars or Academy Awards. I think it's a joke. So I don't really care what they nominate or don't nominate. But if you like the Academy Awards, good. Oh, Austin doesn't either, but he still looks to see who won. I got you. Okay. Just out of curiosity. Yeah, to me, if Barbie is even nominated for Best Picture, that means the Oscars are just a crock of shit. I mean, that's all you need to know. Holding strong at 2 viewers. That's interesting. Austin and a mystery guest. I just wish you could see the battery thing on this streaming application, so I didn't have to keep going out of it to check the battery charging status. Well, close to an hour into this. So far it's not crazy windy. There was a gust earlier, but so far it was just a gust. Not the biggest chat, but there's some chat in this fireside chat. Oh, I just hate not knowing if it's charging or not. If you don't check, you could, risk the battery dying and it puts an end to the stream. And if you do check, you might screw up the the video. Okay, it briefly froze up, but I figured out a way to maybe fix it. In the meantime, Austin said blonde, is it Blondie or Blonde won the Razzle Worst Movie Award? I've never heard of that. Austin also says Disney's Pinocchio got worst sequel slash ripoff slash remake Razzle Award. Okay, good to know. Looks like we lost a viewer. Can't blame them if with such technical difficulties going on. But I might know how to fix the problem. Okay, like I say, I think I may have figured out how to fix the screen glitching situation, because I've been going back out to see the charging situation so much. I just kind of like, click the whatever button turns the screen off and then turn it back on and get back into it. Lost a viewer. I'm assuming Austin's still with us. About an hour into the fireside chat at this point. Yeah, Beth may or may not join. I don't know what her plans are. So if she does join, she will, and if she doesn't, she won't. Well, thanks, Austin, for showing up. Assume it's you who's still here. If not, thank whoever as well. Not exactly sure how longer I'll go. It depends on if the phone is charging or not. See, its screen's froze.
Hmm.
See, the thing is, I have to go out of it to see if the phone's charging. And then doing that can screw this up.
Mm. Sorry, looks like you got people.
Just Austin, I'm waiting for the counter to start clicking. Because even if it's glitched, apparently he can still hear. Okay, we're glitched again. Austin said, I think we're live, Beth, on sound. Austin says he heard Kino Lorber has the sleepaway camp films. That'd be amazing. It'd be cool to have them all come out on Blu-ray again so I can double up. Do you want me to grab you a chair? Are you not going to hang out down here?
I don't know. I'm good for now. I've been sitting too long.
Okay, if you haven't noticed, Austin, the screen's probably black again for you, but see what I can do. Oh.
There we go.
I don't know, it might be going. I usually just wait until this thing resumes clicking away, the counter. So let me just wait for that before we resume, just to make sure. Austin says it's back. Okay, thanks, Austin. Yep. We do have Beth. We don't know for how long. Beth just returned. Did you have fun from doing whatever?
I did have fun from doing whatever. Going off of your cue there.
Good, Beth.
It was a fun whatever night.
Beth doesn't know how long she'll be, but maybe she can be for a while, a little bit.
Fire's nice and warm.
You could always get closer.
I'm okay right now.
Anyway, Austin, I did see, I don't know if you heard me, but I did see your thing about Kino maybe having the sleepaway camp films. That'd be great. Where'd you hear that, Austin? There was the owl earlier. Austin said he could hear it a little.
Oh, wow.
I know the owl was not too far away earlier.
Oh.
Yeah, I wasn't going to do this, and then
I had a feeling you were
I
going
decided,
to.
well, it's not that windy. So I'm like,
oh, it's nice.
I started it like right at dusk, because I wasn't gonna, but then I did.
Well, obviously, because I see fire.
Yeah, we don't know what the hell next Friday looks like. You know, it could be snowing. We'll do our best.
2 fires in March. Whoa. What's that gonna look like on the calendar?
Amazing.
Good answer. Is that a thing?
Is what a thing?
Oh, maybe he's just
No, I'm just
fire.
checking to see if I missed anything. Well, glad you had fun.
Yeah, it was nice. I need to spend more time doing whatever.
Good.
How was your day?
Fine.
Yes,
Remember, we're live.
This is the typical conversation when I get home from work. How was your day? Fine. How was mine? Busy. That's pretty much it.
Yep.
Good fire. It's only been going for an hour, you said?
Only an hour, I said.
Okay.
Had 2 viewers, and now I'm assuming it's just Austin hanging out.
It's always cool to have people hang out, chill with the fire, put on the big screen.
Yep.
Yeah, we're probably gonna have to do that stuff on Sunday. crescent moon.
Yep,
Okay, where's the other chair?
I can get it.
Okay.
Hold the flashlight. Ooh. Oh,
Been a day. What?
yep, days will be like that.
Oh. Yes, they will. Oof. No, I'm not playing it. I'm just checking in. There's your flashlight back.
Lovely. Beth's giving me some kind of look, but worried or something.
I was gonna ask if you heard any updates on the soccer game.
Oh, he didn't show up, or at least he didn't say anything. He could have been the second one.
Oh.
He showed up yesterday when I did 25 minutes of Pac-Man. He's like, I hate life.
Oh.
So hopefully he didn't do something between then and now.
I just prayed for the better team to win, hoping it was his team.
Oh, Austin says, did I watch the Crow remake trailer? No, I didn't. I just saw the comments on Blu-ray.com on that post, and that's all I needed to see. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of
They're
the
remaking
original.
The Crow?
Yeah, that guy, I guess
Brandon
it's
Lee?
that guy from the new It movies is going to be the Crow, which he just looks like,
I don't think it's gonna do so hot.
no, all the comments, or the majority of them were on Blu-ray.com thing, were not too good. I mean, like I say, I'm not the hugest fan of the original anyway. Keith and Beth are more of Crow fans.
I'm more of a Brandon Lee Crow fan, if I have to say it like that.
You do.
Yeah.
2 viewers, Beth.
2 viewers. Hello. Hello.
Beth's here now. If one of the viewers is Jose, she's curious on the soccer game.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, so we've got his follow. You might like this, Beth. His follower 316. It's probably Jose because he did a movie title in a year, and he says, hello, God bless. It's probably Jose as a different name to see if I'll treat him any better.
You treat all of your listeners the same.
Oh, yep, I was close. He's Jose's brother.
Ah.
Austin says, did you get the Vestron Blue of Blue Steel? No, I didn't. Is that the Jamie Lee Curtis one?
Blue Steel.
Follower says, nice guess. Thank you. I knew it was one of the lineage.
Nice.
Yeah. Austin says, yes, it is. Yeah, I'm not the biggest Blue Steel fan. I think I watched it once on Prime years ago.
I don't know if I know Blue Steel.
Jamie Lee Curtis, late 80s. She's a cop or something.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're not really into cop movies
unless
it's RoboCop.
I'm not really into cop movies unless it's RoboCop or Maniac Cop. Have we watched Maniac Cop, Beth?
I don't think we have.
There's 3. We should probably watch them.
You say that to a lot of things.
Yeah, and then we forget about it. You've
That's
got a
'cause,
phone you can put the titles on a notepad.
and so do you.
Well, that phone's currently doing a worldwide broadcast. The wind's kind of picking up.
Yeah, a little bit.
Follower says, I'm his younger brother. Okay. I don't know
Okay.
if you're the one who joined us on the video game, that last video game stream or not. Remember, didn't a couple of the Jose and his brother show up?
Yeah, I think so.
He says, trust me, Jose and I have completely different movie interests. Oh, it is the guy from the video game stream.
Okay.
Austin, if you're still with us, where'd you hear about that possible Kino sleepaway camp news? That'd be great. It'd be nice to get like 2 and 3 again, to have a backup of 2 and 3.
Oh yeah.
Austin's got the Maniac Cop trilogy on Blu-ray. Yeah, I got the last 2 on Blu-ray because I got the first one on DVD before the Blu-rays came out. So maybe, well, like I'll ever remember, but another 3 movies to
You've
add
got
to
the audio to listen to.
Yeah, I'm not gonna listen to all this back.
Oh.
Mr. Follower here loves the smell of wood fire, a soothing experience. Yeah,
It really is.
me and Beth think the same. Austin says Kino has had them for a while, but they won't put out for some reason. Oh, put them out for some reason.
You won't put out for some reason.
Kino won't put out.
Mm.
I like my Blu-ray companies to put out.
Yeah, you do.
Well, that's a bummer.
You like anything? Yeah.
Did Jose's team win, Follower? What the hell's... Can we call you by your first name instead of Follower? Follower watches documentaries.
What kind of documentaries?
I don't know.
Such a healthy smoke cough. Oh, he says history.
Okay, well, depending on who gives you the history.
There's a lot of history out there.
BS.
We're not going to crush followers' dreams like we crushed Jose's.
Yeah. Is Jose still alive?
I hope
He
so.
was kind of depressed. Was it yesterday I did the Pac-Man?
I felt so bad.
Oh, he's still alive, Beth.
Good.
Oh, call him Ed. Okay, Mr. Ed.
Oh, be nice.
He watches religious and spiritual documentaries as well. Have patience with Jose.
Of course.
We'll see.
Always. Gotta have patience.
So you're not playing games, you're just checking in.
Yeah,
I
I'm
see.
just checking in.
She's going to
yeah.
check in for about an hour on her games, but she's not going to play them. Okay, that's fine.
I'm having a conversation with you and the listeners / watchers of the
Viewers,
fire.
if it's not glitching. Speaking of which, I should probably, at the risk of screwing things up, take a look at the charging situation. 1 sec.
If it's plugged in, is it charging?
You can't know until you see the...
I'm sorry.
And now it's glitched, of course.
I mean, you wouldn't want to think the phone.
Okay, so it's up. I don't know if they can hear us or not, so in case, we just assume they can hear us just to not say anything private.
Of course. Been with you long enough to understand the rules. Fires?
Oh, no.
Okay.
It says, Austin says he can hear. So yeah, we're currently still working on the, let me do Let me read some of this back stuff while I was dicking around trying to find out the charge situation. Ed says he's a very tender-hearted man, Jose. Just a little different. Austin says Maniac Cop 1 doesn't have a 4K, but 2 and 3 do. Kind of strange. Yeah, why wouldn't the best one have? And Ed says he recommends you watch the documentary After Death, Beth.
Ooh.
Ed says any fire roasted marshmallows or wieners? If I don't watch myself, it could be a wiener on there soon. Other than that, no. I don't know if they can still. Ed says technical difficulties. You got that right. And we got 3 viewers.
Hey, maybe they like me.
Well, they don't know you're here
Oh.
until they click. But trying to remedy the technical difficulties. 1 sec. Can you guys hear me now? The thing's not ticking away yet. If you could let me know if you can hear me now, that'd be great. Otherwise, I'll just
Keep thinking around with it.
Well, I wait until it starts. Okay, Ed can. Let's
Thanks,
see
Ed.
here. Ed says keep the mustard handy. Okay, Austin can hear. Thank you for the feedback. Yeah, we'll just
Mustard for the hot dogs, I'm guessing.
the wiener, yeah. The wiener might not come out. Hopefully the image will be back at some point. Ed says onions.
Ooh.
You know what I used to love when I ate potato chips is sour cream and onion.
Oh.
But I gave up potato chips when I turned 30 because my gut started growing.
It's all in moderation.
Ed loves onions.
Onions are good. Well, how come the screen?
Yeah,
oh,
let
so
me.
They don't have any fire.
They got the audio.
Yeah, what if they
Ed
want the
says, "Am I
fire?
on a diet?" I mean, I just kind of like when I hit 30 and I noticed my belly was ever so slightly starting to get more flabby than it ever had. I just kind of like tweaked the diet. I mean, the what I eat. So I wouldn't say I'm on a diet. I just changed my eating habits to try to maintain my normal physicality. Ed says you eat ribs and fries too. How does he know? That's kind of scary.
Ooh.
I should probably put some wood on.
Yeah. That's just me. I mean, if you want the.
Oh, he probably knows because we had on that game night we had ribs and fries for dinner. Wow.
Oh, it's a loyal fan. Really.
Okay, video is back. I might have to think about the other table while I put some wood on.
Even 50% can last you quite a while.
I'm not live streaming. That's like the biggest battery killer.
That's true.
I went from 100 to like 88 in like 5 minutes.
Ouch. That's a lot.
Anyway, I just realized if they can hear us that Ed knows about my ribs and fries because on the game stream we had eaten that for dinner.
Yeah, he pays attention. He's a super fan. Not sure if that's good or... But I'm going to say yes, it's good. Oh, ooh, getting the big pieces on, huh?
Yeah, and the wind's kind of picking up.
No worse than it's been. Thank you for putting the light in my eye. Still getting over whatever. Maybe this is partly allergies, so if I sound horrible.
Ed says, I know what you did last summer. Ha ha, just kidding. That's pretty funny. Oh, Ed says, do you guys have kids?
I do, he doesn't. Does that make sense?
I think so.
Okay. Not together, but
Well, if I don't, that means not together, doesn't it?
I think so.
Ed says, okay, so I guess it's okay with them.
Thanks for your approval, Ed. That's awesome.
Oh, you don't have to say if you don't want to, but he wonders, how does that work? Well, I think we can just say they're old enough where they're on their own, huh?
Yeah.
That's a pretty good way to say it.
Yeah, they're.
He says, never mind, okay.
I don't know how to explain it without.
I mean, they're old enough to be on their own, more or less, so
Yeah, they are.
it's pretty much a good way to say it.
Yeah. We'll go with that. It's interesting to see how many people are interested in our lives like that.
Yep.
Well, what?
I thought that was shorter.
Nope. Nope, it's not.
2 current viewers.
Any new chat?
Ed says, is that Bigfoot rustling leaves? Yep.
Yeah, it's the leaf monster.
The wind's picking up.
Well, a 2-hour fire is better than a no-hour fire. Should I see what the current temperature is?
82 minute. It probably won't make it to 2 hours. We're gonna have to. We'll probably douse it if this continues, because it's pretty
that's like
dry.
murder for you. That's hard for Nate to do, to put out a nice fire like this.
Ed says Minnesota must be brisk right now. Yeah, what is the temperature, Beth?
I was gonna do that. What is the temperature right now? Currently, it is, hold on,
You're waiting for it to.
46 degrees, partly cloudy, but it feels like 42.
For Fahrenheit, you gotta say.
Fahrenheit. Yeah, Celsius would be melting. 46 degrees Fahrenheit feels like 42 degrees Fahrenheit. It's just weird to say Fahrenheit.
Okay, then I'll say it.
Okay, you can say it.
I just wish you could see the battery thing right on this screen. I've said that a bazillion times tonight already. That'd just be so much nicer. Then I don't have to keep backing out and ruining everything.
I didn't tell you to use the crap cords, did I?
Ed's most disliked movies are the paranormal activities. Well, he just says paranormal ones, so I don't know if he means paranormal movies or paranormal activities.
Oh, they're all bad.
He says, do I agree? If you're talking about paranormal activity movies, yeah, I agree. But if you're talking about paranormal genre, then there's some good ones.
I guess there are some good ones. Far and few between. But there are some good ones. I didn't like Paranormal Activity though. That was watching a plant for 5 minutes and it turned. I don't even know what direction.
Oh, it's because these guys are religious. Okay, see, he says I wouldn't watch the Exorcist ones. I keep forgetting they're religious.
The Jose group,
Yeah.
the Garcia brothers.
Ed says you could literally feel evil. You know the movie that does that to me, it's come up before on this channel, is something I'll never watch again, Midsummer. It's the guy who made Hereditary.
Oh, that was okay.
So like Hereditary gave you these weird feelings too, amp it up by like double.
Wow.
Like I actually felt kind of like what Ed said just now about, feeling evil watching a movie.
Wow.
Watching like there was something in the making of the movie where it gave me this unsettling feeling watching Midsummer.
I can watch that one.
I don't think a movie's ever done that to me that much until that one. Well, Hereditary kind of did it.
Hereditary was kind of spooky.
Austin says he's got Exorcist 4K. Austin says Midsummer was a lot like Wicker Man. Yeah, I haven't seen Wicker Man.
I've heard about Wicker Man, but I haven't seen it.
But like I say, go ahead.
Pros and cons on Wicker Man.
Something just woven into the tapestry of either the audio and or visual of Midsummer. It just, like the evil oozed from the screen.
That's a really good film or a really evil presence.
Yeah, I might have to screw up the video to check the battery charging status, everyone.
Why don't you just
I'm waiting for that. Why don't you get the different cables? Ed says good ultimately defeats evil, though. You don't have to be a religious to believe that. Okay.
I knew he was going to say something like that. I mean, sometimes good doesn't always win.
Ooh. Okay. I'm going to check the charging status, so I might screw up the whole thing. Bear with me a sec.
Ding. Thanks for everyone who's tagging along for all this.
Okay, it looks like the pictures unfroze. Okay, so he said ultimately, good ultimately defeats evil, meaning someday.
I can agree with that.
Ed says, are we religious, spiritual, or agnostic? I don't believe in organized religions. I'll let Beth ponder it. In the meantime, Ed says, no problem. It's nice having folks share their life with others, even though you only have an audience of one sometimes. You keep it going. You are kind-hearted.
Aww.
Yeah.
Well, I will proudly say that I am religious.
How do we make that work, Beth?
I don't force him to do what I normally do, and he doesn't force me not to do what I normally do. So, I mean,
That's easy.
We choose to follow our own paths. I would like Nate to join my path.
And I'd like Beth not to have her path. But
that's how we get along.
We respect each other's, well, in my case, put up with.
I am not
Beth
that
respects
fanatical.
my opinion, and I put up with her opinion.
We try not to bring it up in conversation till he says a certain word too many times, and I have to call him out on it.
Ed says, join the path, Nate. Come on. Well, my response would be, get off the path, Ed. Come on.
Nate and I have been together for a number of years, and I don't think he's going to be changing anytime soon. I can say that, a number of years.
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Well, I don't know what's going on with the charging situation. It seems like it goes up and down, and I'm gonna go check the charging situation. Bear with us. You can sit there in silence.
I don't know how to talk to these.
We might be live, so just keep that in mind. I'm gonna try getting a different cable.
This time, don't change your mind if you want to have the broadcast. I saw a comment, but something about a path. We'll get to it after Nick gets the other cable.
Because we're down to 30%. Yes, I know the image is gone. Just bear with me.
He's running, folks. I don't know. Here he comes, if you can hear us. That wasn't very long.
Let me see if. Okay, here we go.
Something about a path was the last thing I saw.
Okay, I'm gonna back out. I don't know if you can hear. One sec, give us a minute. Ed says he hears us. One sec.
Oh, yay.
Oh, and we're even unglitched.
Aww.
Okay.
See what happens if you give it the good food?
Let's see here. Yeah, Ed says off and on. You better believe it. Austin, are you still with us? Sorry about all these difficulties. And yeah, as far as Ed's kind of preaching. So. Oh, Austin. Okay, he's here. He did watch all the Hellraiser films in 4K. Are very impressive. Even beats Arrow's previous Blu-rays.
Ooh.
Way to go, Austin. And Ed says back on in regards to us returning. Yeah, I think that I got a better cable and hopefully it's gonna work, but you know me, in a bit I'll be ducking out to double check.
Well,
So
hopefully it stays nice and it's gonna charge up.
if it gets too windy like it's kind of doing,
as you can see, flames are going in a direction.
Not the ideal fire situation if you've got dry leaves all around.
Good thing we have dry leaves all around. That was supposed to be funny. You didn't laugh.
It looks like Ed's telling Jose to join. I guess the show.
Oh. Are they like in the same household?
I don't think so.
Well then, how is him?
Well, the texting does exist. Austin says people need to dump the streaming BS and go back to video store chains.
Oh yes. Gotta love our movies, Mr.
It's
Movies.
hard to do that when there are none, but I hear you. Ed says he moved in with mom. Or Ed says I moved in with moms. Moms. With both of your moms? Okay.
It's a language barrier. Be nice.
Oh, he's giving Jose's info.
Uh-oh.
Jose moved in with moms.
Little brother busting big brother.
Yeah, I agree, Austin, but problem is there's no video stores for people to
rent movies from.
Oh, Austin meant new video store chains.
I mean, as much as I would love to see that, I don't know how successful that would really be. If that makes any kind of sense.
Yep.
And I think, I don't know. I mean, it's touch and go because all this streaming is addictive.
And it's so easy.
Yeah, I can just lay in bed and watch my shows versus going out and getting dressed and all that jazz.
Austin says rich dude needs to revive Blockbuster. Oh, English is Ed's second language.
Ah.
Beth's too, by the way you think, by the way she talks, right, Beth?
Are you making fun of my backwards talk?
Oh God, I want to look at the battery charging status.
You're just gonna torture yourself. Fine, go glitch out and look at it.
Oh, Ed says, can I tell it's his second language? No, I can't. He types pretty fast.
You have a good grasp of the English language.
Austin says it was several rich dudes who started Blockbuster in the first place. Okay.
So we need more several rich dudes.
We need more rich dudes. Yeah, but I think the problem is, streaming's so easy, and once people get a taste of easy, then there's no going back.
That's very true.
That's the problem.
That really is the
Austin says
problem.
just take a chance and don't check the battery. He thinks it'll be okay.
Oh, I like Austin.
Well, yeah, until the thing just dies.
Well,
The thing
then
is,
that's
I
the
just
end
want
of
to
the
check.
show.
I just want to check once more because I plugged in the good cables. So I'm just going to check once more. We'll be back.
He's
And
addicted to checking.
well, that's because if the thing just dies, what good is that? We'll be right back, and if the thing glitches, we'll fix it.
Okay.
Remember, Beth, it was on 34. That's higher than it was before. It was on 30.
So it's good.
Austin says, but easy is getting too expensive for most people now.
That's true.
You mean yeah, but you got to pick your streaming services carefully. Like, you don't need every one. I tried the Paramount Plus for a while, and it was so glitchy. I had like a year-long trial it was 50% off. I had a year-long trial, and it was so glitchy you could barely use it. And after that trial was done, I'm like, hell with that.
Yeah. It feels like it's getting cold outside.
Austin says streaming is the new cable.
Yeah.
Ed says Blockbuster on Fridays and Chinese for dinner in the 90s.
Oh, nice.
Some days those were. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
I worked at a corporate video store, and on Fridays, if it was snowing, if it was a blizzard, going to be a blizzard on the weekend, they'd just come in droves on Friday in the blizzard, and it'd be packed.
So people gotta have their videos to watch over the weekend because they ain't doing nothing else.
Austin says he just sticks to Tubi with ads. Well, that's a good point, because even things like Amazon Prime, depending on what you watch, there's ads. So I mean, you might as well just do the free streaming sites with ads, because it's the same as a lot of paid stuff.
Very true.
Because I don't want, it's kind of ironic, because I don't want the camera too close to the fire, like I'm way back here and it can't even feel the warmth.
I can kind of feel it.
Ed doesn't really watch movies. They make him. There's some. This is an old phone, so I can't see what emoji he did. They make him. Maybe he did like a face with stuff with stuff coming out the mouth. Who knows? Austin says Tubi has more old shit too. Oh,
Oh,
Ed said sleepy. Yeah, Beth can
I can relate
identify
to that one.
with that.
Identify.
Austin says too much new stuff on these pay streaming sites are too mainstream. Yeah, who the hell wants to even watch the new stuff, right, Beth?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I kind of fell victim to Cocaine Bear, but only because I was curious as to what it was about. And I'd rather watch it streaming than go out to a movie theater if I'm not gonna like it.
Okay, you guys are gonna be disappointed, but I gotta check the battery. Yep, okay, battery's going up. It was 30, now it's 37. Looks like we're back with actual video working, 3 viewers.
Hello, hello, hello.
Austin says the new stuff isn't even shot on film anymore. You got that right.
Phones or something crazy like that.
Well, real movies are shot digitally now. And Ed's changing his, I don't know, he went from poop to stuff, whatever. Let me, I'm trying to figure out, let me go by the fire for a bit and warm up.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy out. It's getting chilly out. I'm not even sure how long I'll be able to last in this.
Well, I'm probably not going to go crazy much longer because I've been doing it for a while.
The screen lit up.
Thank you.
I'm too scared to look at the screen like this.
Maybe this will be all the wood. How do I get back to the... Actually, I'll look at the comments in a bit. I just want to warm up. I'm so far from the fire.
Yeah,
It's not even warm.
true.
Okay.
I can barely feel the fire. It's like a camping ring fire.
Ed, yeah. Well, you could be closer. Ed asks, what did we have for dinner? I had Chinese leftovers and Beth had...
What did I had? I had really bad pulled pork nachos, and I still have some left because I don't believe in wasting food. I just gotta figure out how to fix them. Maybe more cheese. Cheese fixes everything.
We had Chinese last night, so I had leftover, so I had that, and I still got some left over, so I don't know when the hell we'll... Unless you've got other... Well, I'll figure something out.
Oh, I got the pulled pork nachos.
Is that what we're having for lunch?
Probably. Figure out how to fix them.
Austin says movie theaters are just giant Blu-ray players. Now, that's actually kind of true, isn't it,
Wow.
Austin?
I never thought about it that way.
That's pretty much true. Just put in the hard drive and there you go. Ed asks if we're Scandinavian.
Scandinavian? No. Not that I know of. Everything else, but I don't think I'm Scandinavian.
I don't think I am. Ed says pulled pork. He hates cheese on anything, even pizza.
Some people can't handle cheese. I don't really blame them.
Oh yeah, because some people are...
Sensitive. We're gonna be nice and say that they're sensitive.
Ed says cheeseless pizza. I think he's kidding.
Well, didn't you tell the viewers about your
I have before. Austin loves melted hot cheese on everything,
yum?
and Ed is sensitive.
Oh, sorry, Ed. I have a few friends that are sensitive.
I think I've got a separate video on the channel. If you just search, if you use the search feature on the channel, not on YouTube, but the channel, you know, the huge movie fanatic search bar, and type in pizza, no cheese, no sauce, I think I get a little video explaining that situation. I don't want to explain it right at this moment.
That's true. That was a very interesting picture that you showed me. I was not privy to the
Yeah, just search
experience.
on my channel, search for the channel, search no cheese, no sauce, and you'll get a video with the whole story. Ed cries a lot. Oh, Jesus. Extra spice.
Extra spice.
I don't know what he's talking about.
Pizzas?
I don't know.
I don't know. Should I do a temp check?
Oh, why not?
Feels like it's
I'm gonna go.
dropping.
Well, the wind doesn't help.
No.
Oh, he means extra spice on food. I don't know if he means he likes it or he doesn't.
Well,
I'm gonna go to the fire.
let's see here. Apparently the temperature didn't drop.
It just feels colder because it's windy now.
Yeah. Yeah, it still says 46, feels like 42 degrees Fahrenheit.
Ed says, do we like spicy food too? I don't think I do, because I'm sensitive.
Yeah, he's sensitive
I'm
to
a
spice.
super taster.
I like spicy food, but I can't do the new peppers, like the Carolina Reapers. But as hot as I can go right now, and I gotta be really desiring spice for that. You're getting Chad as you're warming up. Putting on the gloves.
I'll be back to read the comments in a bit. I gotta warm up.
It's too bad we don't have like a shield or something for the camera so we can be closer to the fire. I know I can be closer to the fire, but then I'd be further away from you. Oh, what a sweet sweetie.
Oh. Smoke flew into my eyes.
Yeah, the wind is following you. A few bubbles pop up there.
Ed says, I cry a lot too then. Just kidding. No, I don't, because I don't eat spicy food. Austin eats anything spicy.
Ooh.
Ed says, Austin, how you doing, bro? Austin says, fine. Ed says, Pocahontas effect with the wind. Oh, is it blowing on the mic? What does that mean? Or just the fact that it blew in my eyes?
Hope it's not blowing too much on the mic. I'm not sure what the Pocahontas thing is.
That's fine. We cannot understand everything he means.
Okay.
Says. Oh, he's just being poetic. He's taking poetic license. The smoke's blowing right at us, everyone.
Yeah. Burning the eyes.
Now he's laughing.
He was a poet and didn't know it.
by the time Jose arrives, we'll be done.
Aw, maybe. I don't know how much longer I can be out here in this cold.
Well, don't have to suffer. Edgar Allan Poe says. Crazy poet. Ooh.
Nice. Yeah, he was kind of insane, but too bad he got famous after he died. Everyone does. I
Yep.
wonder if people fake their own death just to...
Yep.
But you can't get the money if you fake your own death.
If you fake it, you can, because you're still alive. Then you change
But
your name.
then, you'd have to give yourself as a beneficiary before you can claim your own money.
I'm sure there's all kinds of ways to do that stuff. It's probably done a lot more than we realize.
Probably.
Okay, everyone, no more wood to be added. We'll just let this.
Famous last words.
No, it's getting windy. Plus, we've been going for a while. Ed says, "How long have we been married, Beth?"
0 years, 0 months, and 0 seconds.
What about days, weeks, hours, and
Okay,
minutes?
0 minutes, 0 hours, 0 days, 0 weeks, 0 months, and 0 years.
He says, "Wow."
I don't think we're too bad off.
Nope.
I just quote the Old Testament for anyone who cares.
Ed says he got too personal. You got that right.
I mean, there's a lot of people living together not married.
Ed says he asks too many questions. You got that right.
He's just a curious person. But remember, curiosity killed the cat, so be careful. Oof.
If you're suffering, you can leave. Oof, what? Your neck?
Just oof my neck. You start too long in one position. Got bubbles coming up.
I don't know if he's saying this because other people have said it, but once again, he said, he's another one who says you sound like a teacher.
Why do I sound like a teacher?
Say, all right, class.
This has been spoken before. Maybe it's because I try to talk proper.
He says the lady. Her name is Beth, thank you.
Thank you for recognizing me as a lady.
Ed says here, because I guess he took roll call.
Yes. So Austin?
Yeah.
Austin.
Yeah, let's see what happens. Beth wants to see if Austin says he's
Bueller.
here. That's funny.
Who's here? Austin and Ed, and I think that's really it.
Well, seeing as how there's 2 people here, probably.
Austin must be asleep in the back row.
He must be eating cheese on something. He's
Some spicy cheese. Did you bring enough for the class, Austin?
we can hope.
I don't know. I did think about being a teacher once, and then I made fun of teachers, and I stopped wanting to be a teacher. Teachers kind of get crapped on.
Especially now, kids have, like, from what I hear, there's videos on YouTube of teachers quitting in droves because kids have no respect. They're just
No
terrors
respect. What did it say?
They're just terrors in the classroom. He just says YEWW.
YEWW?
Ed says she sounds like a professional, a nurse maybe. You don't have to, you can just say.
I'm just gonna giggle at that.
There you
Thank you
go.
for the compliment. I just try to talk proper.
Try harder.
I never learned that ghetto slang.
Sometimes you say it.
Depends on my mood.
Ed says, I sound like a doctor. Got some bad news.
Well, this nurse is taken by this lovely movie fanatic.
Ed says, Dr. Nate in the house.
More like Dr. Giggles.
Dr. Giggles. I wonder what happened to Austin. Maybe he left. He could have left.
Austin's probably laughing his butt off listening. What was that last chat? I can't read it.
Ed just typed out Dr. Giggles.
Oh, okay.
Ed says, come out of the womb, and 8-year-old came out of the womb. Oh, that he's doing the Dr. Giggles scene. Did we watched that,
We
didn't
did watch Dr. Giggles,
Okay,
yeah.
good. Yeah, he, yeah.
Scoozy.
You're excused.
Yeah, this wind really is picking up.
Ed says scary stuff. That's why we're not putting any more wood on.
Yeah.
And by the way, if I'm sick of checking the battery, I'm assuming it's charging, but if the thing just ends, it means the battery died. Oh, Austin's here. He says Dr. Giggles has a Blu-ray now. Yep, I got it and reviewed it. Thank you very much, Austin. Ed says, I wonder where he earned his medical degree. Well, I guess you'll never know where I earned my medical degree.
I think he's talking about Dr. Giggles.
Oh, yeah, he could be. Dr. Giggles didn't have one. Austin says original aspect ratio on the Blu-ray as well. And you're right, but if you look at my review of the Blu-ray, I'm not a big fan of that because for reasons I say in my review of the Blu-ray.
Oh, so he's trying to get people to look at his review of Dr. Giggles on
Well,
Blu-ray.
I just, since I already said it in that video, I'm not going to say it all right now. We'll just simply say that in the, yeah, go watch the video. I don't want to say it. You can see more of the screen on the old version, the improper ratio, and you can see less of the screen on the proper ratio, and I just as soon see more of the movie than less. So
I thought we were supposed to watch that.
yeah. 3 viewers.
Oh, hello, new person.
Maybe it's Jose.
Is that Jose? Who's the new person checking in?
Maybe we'll find out.
Maybe we will.
Ed says his baby sister is a nurse practitioner compared to her 2 hard knock brothers.
Oh, so there's a sister in the group.
Austin says, I think the DVD was an open matte version. Could have been, but I prefer that to the correct aspect ratio because you can see more. Beth's being tortured.
Beth's had a long day, but I wanted to join the fire.
Hopefully you can sleep in a little.
I should be able to. I don't think we have anything major tomorrow.
Not
Wait,
until
tomorrow
dinner.
night, yeah.
Not until dinner.
Yeah. It is a nice fire, though.
Yeah, I originally wasn't gonna, but then it wasn't very windy, and the forecast is dead on. It'd say the wind would pick up later, and it sure is. So no more wood will be added.
But it's supposed to be a whopping 50 degrees at 2 a.m.
Okay. Austin says Watchers 2 Blu-ray gave an option for both widescreen and full screen. Dr. Giggles should have done the same thing. Yeah, I think I said something like that in the Blu-ray review, like give me the option for the actual ratio or the one that fills up the screen. Beth's so bored.
It always turns into movie talk. That's okay.
We can talk about something else.
Well, then your viewers are gonna bring up movies, and we'll end up talking about movies.
Okay.
Well, unless you're a brother of Ed or Jose, then they talk about a path
Got that right. Ed says the ice cream man's sweaty actor was so funny looking. Okay, well, we might have missed that one.
The ice cream man.
Is that the name of the movie, or what are we talking about?
I don't think I'm familiar with that.
I don't think I am. Unless he's talking about that movie with that brother of Ron Howard, Clint Howard. I think he's in a horror movie called The Ice Cream Man. Yeah, Ed says movie. Is it the one with Clint Howard? Is it a horror movie? We just seen Clint Howard as a young kid in a Odd Couple
Oh yeah.
episode. We got the Odd Couple Blu-ray collection. I like Jack Klugman. Ed says the Ice Cream Man movie, horror movie. Okay, well, I'm assuming that's it.
Okay.
If the stream just ends, that means the battery died. I'm sick of checking it.
Right. Plus, I'm not sure how much longer I'm going to be able to hang out. We do have 3 viewers currently.
Austin still needs to watch Ice Cream Man. Yes, you do, Austin.
Have you seen Ice Cream Man?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, how about Austin watch it and tell us about it?
That's your homework.
Yes.
Let me get the rake. Hope you don't get a cold.
No, I'm fighting seasonal allergies. Gotta light up on the screen.
Yeah, well.
He'll get to them in a minute. I can't read them from here. And I don't touch his things. So.
Unless I beg.
And even then I think about it. Oh, there's some heat coming off it now. It looks really good on the phone.
Oh, better than in reality.
No, reality is always better.
Yay.
What was that commercial? Is it real or is it Memorex?
Oh my god. Is it live?
Is it live or is it Memorex? Well, real, live, kind of the same idea.
Yep.
I didn't want him to get any copyrights on the video.
Too late. Down to 2 viewers.
Our ghost viewer disappeared.
Ed says there were eyes in the guy's ice cream and the poor kids didn't know it. They happily licked away unsuspectingly. Whew. Austin says he watched the first hour of Toolbox Murders 78. Need to finish that one. Yeah, you do.
Oh, yeah, you do.
Why'd you stop it, Austin?
Even I liked that one.
Even Beth liked it. I think we both did an audio review.
I think we did.
Check that out. Ed says the live shot you guys got going looks like an old 80s flick. Yeah, I think Austin said that earlier, like Friday the 13th.
Oh, just the fire?
Yep. 3 viewers. Thanks for showing up. Well, Austin had to go to bed, that's why. Oh, okay. Ed says grainy. Yeah, I kind of zoomed in with the, so the resolution probably went crap when I zoomed in, but that's okay. See, Beth, look at how zoomed in I am. Here's zoomed out.
Oh, wow. Yeah, you're kind of 150%.
So I zoom in with, and it zooms into the image and makes it grainy because who wants to see
The itty bitty fire.
Yeah, that's cool that it looks like an 80s horror movie as we don't add any more wood and just let this go out as I...
Is it gonna get out of focus?
Oh, well, if it gets that dark, it'll just be done with the showtime.
Okay.
Yeah, seeing
These embers are kind of scary.
glowing away isn't too nice to see.
Not knowing what direction they're gonna go is kind of scary.
Yep.
But I can't really blame the people because this is a huge movie fanatics channel, so of course the movies topics is gonna come up. Just trying to fix the fire, folks. That one piece is just not cooperating. Looks like we have 3 viewers. Not sure who they are. You know, Ed's watching.
Ed and Austin for sure.
Thought Austin said he had to go to bed.
No, he said that's why he didn't finish Toolbox Murders.
Oh, okay. I got confused. Yeah, it's getting crazy windy.
I understand.
But even a 2-hour fire is better than no fire.
Absolutely. Nate's back to look at chat. Where am I? Austin says he noticed a Toolbox Murders 2 listed. What's that all about? Well, see, I think they did a remake. Tobe Hooper remade Toolbox Murders, and it's probably a sequel to the remake, I would imagine. Ed says, I expect Steven Seagal or Jean-Claude to pop out of nowhere now. Because it's a grainy video?
Oh.
Okay. Austin says, ever seen Video Violence? It was an 80s film shot on a camcorder. No, I think that's like, is that recently on Blu-ray or something? I don't know why they'd put something shot on a 80s camcorder on Blu-ray, but Ed says third one's a mystery. Third one of what? Oh, the action star's gonna pop out of nowhere? Okay.
Or who the third person is watching.
Oh, gotcha. That's what he meant. It's hard doing a fire and a video and keeping up with everyone's
chat.
Austin says, so a sequel to the remake. Yeah, I think so, Austin.
Alright, well, it's been
Beth
fun.
had it.
If Ed is listening, I hope Jose's team won the soccer.
It doesn't matter.
I still hope his team won. But
well, wait, if he was miserable yesterday, maybe not.
That'd be sad.
Beth's gonna head in.
But I'm gonna head in. The wind is a bit much and the smoke keeps going in my eyes. So good night all.
Austin says Saw 11 is coming out this year, and he says, oh boy.
It just became nothing but gruesome. I mean,
That's what it was from the beginning.
Horror, and then there's
horrible.
Horrible. There you go.
All right, Beth. Thanks for joining.
I did say I'd stop in for a little bit.
Okay. See ya,
right.
Beth.
See ya.
See ya, Beth.
I'm gonna go this way so as not to go in front of the
Good idea.
camera. Good night, all.
Beth says good night to you. Watch the cable. Ed says Chuck Norris in a helicopter must be hovering above you with the wind blowing. He's going to pick up the lady. Her name's Beth. And leave. Beat up Nate. Just kidding. Don't leave, please. Oh, she's gone already. You want her to suffer and get a frickin' sick? burning at all. Well, maybe a little. Two viewers. I think Ed said goodnight to Beth long after she's gone. No harsh feelings. Take care, folks. Oh, maybe he's leaving. I don't know. Two viewers still. Well, shit. This is a 2-hour fire, so that's not too shabby. I'm used to pretty much every fire's being 5 hours, 5.5 hours. So 2-hour fire is pretty short. Ed says, "You guys leaving?" I'm not. I'm going to let this burn down, and then I'll leave. So Beth left. I'm still here for this to burn down. Yeah, Ed's making fun of me. Appreciate it. Ed asks if I have any Indian in my family tree. Not that I'm aware of. I think my lineage, you're talking about Native American? My lineage comes from Europe, like so many whiteys in America. I think my lineage, from what they tell me, is German and Czechoslovakian. Ed says, I'm white? Cool. It is pretty cool. A few little scraps won't hurt. Yeah, not much to see in the fire, I guess, but life goes on. Ed says, do I consider Spaniards white? I guess, I don't know. You mean people from Spain? I mean, I don't know. That's a good point. Not really. I don't know what the hell they are. Guess not. I guess I'd consider Italians more white than Spaniards. That's a good question. He's tricking me. He's tricking me up. I guess I'd consider Italians more white than people from Spain, but it's a pretty good argument. Getting a little windy. I'm gonna have to be down here for a while to make sure. Austin says they look white to me. You talking about Spaniards or Italians? Ed says Spaniards are genetically more closer to Germans than Italians, actually. Well, gee. Austin says both. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's true because yeah, because, I'm a fan of that Jess Franco Spanish movie, Bloody Moon, and, those people I'd consider in that movie, if there's some Spanish people in there, they might as well just be white as far as I'm concerned. This is the boring part of the fire where it gets all dark and Austin says it was actually white people who created the Spanish language. When you think about it, it's not a Hispanic language in origin. Well, shit. How's about that? Ed says Spaniards got genetic contributions from how do you how do you say how do you say C Celtic, Germanic, Frankic, and other European groups. So there you have it. Well, this is quite the educational fireside chat. Austin says Mexico just adopted it. Mexicans are actually Aztecs. This is quite the educational fireside chat. Ed's a mix of all that. Ed did an ancestry test. Austin says that's why you have Aztec temples in those areas. There you go. That makes sense. Ed also has 8% black. No surprise. Ed's proud of his roots. Just trying to condense it to make it burn. Ed says I'm coughing, too much smoke. Got that right. Well, the wind's picked up, so sometimes it blows right in my fricking face. Like right now, the wind's picking up. See? Shit. Well, I'm assuming so in the future I'll just use the good cord. I'm assuming getting the good cord fixed the problem. In the future I'll just use the good cord. Ed says, Nate, you better call it quits and go home. Well, first the fire's got to die down a little more, and then I got to douse it with water, and then I can go home. Thanks for the suggestion, though. That does look great, though, on the screen. Ed asks if I have any phobias. Not that I can really think of. I'm not a big fan of like those animals with 100 legs. There's a video game with the same title. It's funny, I can say the name of the video game, but I don't like saying the word of the 100-legged animals. I guess I'm not crazy about those little bugs that have 100 legs. That comes to mind first. Ed's got it correct. I can't even read that word out loud. But if I'm talking about the video game, I can say it. I'm not a big fan of those 100-legged bugs. Ed doesn't like heights. Yeah, those 100-legged bugs come to mind first. Ed says, imagine being surrounded by Native Americans with spears. Would I be afraid? Probably. Austin says, just be glad we don't have Japanese hornets here. Okay, I am. Why, are they deadly? Ed says, I bet N- Native Americans camped out where you are before. Oh, you mean in hundreds of years ago, or in years past? Like where I am right now is like a Native American site? Yeah, that'd be interesting. Hopefully, it's not a burial ground. It's possible, Ed. I might be having a fire right where they once had a fire. That's pretty romantic. Austin says, okay, he's talking about the Japanese hornets. They can be dangerous. They're the size of your thumb and bigger. I love the two conversations. Ed's laughing and he's hoping I'm not broadcasting from a burial ground. I can't escape smoke. Ed says I should invite us over one day. We can eat fire roasted hot dogs. You'd be a good big brother mentor type. Well, thank you. I don't imagine I'll be going for crazy much longer, but just a matter of how long I let it burn down before I douse it with water. Ed says, and the missus can teach us a lesson on proper speech or something. Ha ha ha. Yeah, she's not a missus, but yep, she'll teach us a lesson, all right. Down to one viewer. Austin's been known to just bail without saying goodbye. Ed says Beth's probably sleeping. Probably. She had a busy day. Ed says I'm crying. Yeah. That's because Austin leaves without warning. Oh, he might be back. Man, that does look good though on this frickin' phone. Ed says, do I ever look out at the stars and consider how small we are? I sure do. Back in the day, me and my dad we got this cheap telescope, and a couple times on a clear night we'd take a look at the stars or we look at the moon. Those are really special times, but you better believe it. You know, I look up into the stars and I wonder, what's it all mean? And are the stars really there, or are they just some kind of a big LED screen? Like, is what they say true about space and shit, or is it just a big illusion? Are we in the Matrix? And then I get so caught up in my thoughts, I say, I want a pizza. Screw all this thought. I want a pizza. Ed says the patterns always get me. The constellation scream of design. Oh, okay, he's getting back to that topic. Let's see if this water bottle will blow up. Kinda. Well, thanks for your thoughts on the stars, Ed. Got 3 viewers. Welcome all. The fire is, we're currently at the end of the fire, but we've been going for over 2 hours, 2 hours and 20 minutes. Yep, Ed says 3 customers now. You better believe it. Guess he couldn't get Jose to show up. It'd be fun to do one of these with Keith and shoot the shit about stuff. But when we do fires, we usually have movies going, so it's like obvious copyright issues. I don't know if he'd do a fire like this. I can ask him. Shoot the shit with Keith at a fire live stream might be fun. Oh, Ed says Jose is asleep. Okay, gotcha. Ed says he can hear him snoring. I don't know if are you in the same house? Or is that a joke? I guess he's in the same house. That's cool. Holding strong at 3 viewers. Appreciate it, everyone. Ed says, second week here. I don't know what that means. You're visiting? Ed says, can't go back to his own house because of trouble brewing. Oh no. Drama at your own house? With roommates or something? Ed says, please tell your lady friend to keep me in her prayers. B-E-T-H. Her name's Beth. Austin says, fire is looking roasty. Yeah, I move stuff around to try to keep it burning as it's dying, you know. Ed says Austin is back. You better believe it, along with the mystery guest. Yeah, I adjust it at the end here to try to look at them coals. How close can I get? Look at that. Oh, look at that. As it goes out of focus. I just adjusted at the end here to try to maximize burnage. Can we go back into focus? I screwed up now. Hold on. There we go. Ed says, throw in a hot dog or piece of steak. Barbecue something, please. Beautiful fire. Yeah, I don't have anything. Glad you're enjoying the image though, the show. As it's getting so dark now where it might start to go in and out of focus, but we'll just have to deal with that. This is fun though. It's actually working. Takes the stress off, so remind me to use this cable next time. Ed says I went from 80s to 2000s now with image quality. Huh. Well, that's no good. Maybe did you mean because when I zoomed in there it looked all, because of the zoom getting all close to the coals maybe? I mean, the more I zoom in, the shittier it should get. God, approaching 2 hours and 40 minutes. As we're losing focus, what happens if I... That's what it looks like with light. Without light. Yeah, we might be getting some focus issues as we get towards the end here. Ed will miss his house. Well, that's understandable. It's too bad about the drama, but sometimes that happens, unfortunately. Ed says it sucks. You ever moved out of a comfortable place in life? You know, I've been fortunate where I can honestly say I never had to deal with that. Had to deal with other things, but I've never had to deal with that. So I'm grateful. Well, I sure do appreciate you three individuals showing up. That's for sure. Hopefully, can do something like this again in the future, and I can start off with the good cable from the beginning to avoid all that glitchy BS we dealt with earlier. Live and learn. Austin asks if I've seen the newer Mortal Kombat fatalities. You mean like the deaths or something? I don't play Mortal Kombat, Austin. You talking about just the new way people die in the game or something, or is it a new movie or what? I don't know what we're talking about. Mortal Kombat fatalities. He says yes. Yes, what? It's a new deaths in the game. Yeah, if it's well, whatever it is, I haven't seen it. I'm not really into current games too much. Okay, Austin means the game. Yeah. No, I'm afraid I haven't. Keith would probably know more about that than me. Ed asks, how old is everyone? He's 37. I think I got 10 years on Ed. Austin says the new whatever he said, the new what do you call them? The new fatalities are pretty impressive. Okay, if you like that kind of thing. Video game death. Get over here. Yeah, I just have this cheap plastic outdoor table next to the camera, and I'm putting the good cable and the good brick on the table so it's not all on the ground getting all crappy and potentially stepped on. And I don't know if you can hear me spitting, but when the smoke blows into my mouth, I have the need to like spit out the smoke taste. Well, congrats on the new fatalities on Mortal Kombat game. I'm just not a fan of new games. I mean, I don't play them. Yeah, out of focus. When it gets too dark, it doesn't know what to focus on. Makes sense. It's crazy. Like, even this is a long silence, you guys are still just chilling. That's kind of cool. Ed looking at the fire and listening to his brother snore. Oh, what the hell? Can Austin, well, both of you guys, I think, are in my time zone. Can someone give me the time? I can't look at it without possibly glitching up the show. Austin asks if I think we'll ever get Evil Dead 4. No, I don't. Appreciate it, Austin. 1119. I don't. I think that the Evil Dead series was as close to Evil Dead 4 as we'll ever get. And honestly, I was surprised they did that. And quite honestly, I'd rather have them do 3 seasons of a gory ass, you know, show where anything goes versus just a fourth movie, because you get a lot more screen time. I've still only seen the first season. I've got all 3, but I'm so lazy and busy doing videos that I just haven't watched any more. But I got to probably have to rewatch season 1 and do 2 and 3. But I think that's as close. I mean, he's just way too old now to do 4. Yep, you're right. Austin says he doesn't either. Everyone is getting too old. You better believe it. I mean, he was old when they did the TV show. So, but that's okay. I mean, for me, like, the first one is just the best anyway. Austin said Evil Dead 4 should have been made in the early 2000s, late 2000s at the most. You mean, yeah. The first decade, you mean? Yeah. Agreed. Like, because it was like 99 or whatever they put out the game, the PlayStation 1 game. So, yeah, I agree. It's too bad we didn't get an Evil Dead 4 in the early 2000s, but I mean, in my opinion, they just kind of get crappier each movie anyway, so at least we got the Ash versus Evil Dead. Austin's fine with it just being a film trilogy and a TV show, a bonus story to accompany it. Yeah, I think it's perfect the way it is. I think it's absolutely fine the way it is. Alright guys, I think I'm getting close to being done. The fire could do this, what it's doing right now, for just forever, and it's getting late and I'm getting cold. Austin wouldn't mind another Evil Dead game. Just have Bruce voice it. What do you mean? There wasn't and I can't imagine there was an Evil Dead game where he didn't. But you're just saying he's not too old where he can't voice a video game. Well, I think that's probably what you mean. Austin says, yeah, he can still do the voice, but his boomstick days are over. You got that right. That's okay. Yeah, from what I understand, just doing the TV show took a lot out of him. So he probably did the TV show way too late. Alright guys, I think that'll do me. Appreciate it. Thanks for showing up and spending the better part of this fireside chat. Try to possibly do another one someday, hopefully. Maybe when it's less cold and less windy. Pretty fun stuff.